There can be only one.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the inaugural episode of 525 Live! God, this is so stupid. Anyways, here we tackle everything from professional wrestling to music to comic books to TV to movies to pretty much anything that we could think of. And I'll also personally interview certain people that you guys might want to know more about. Trust me when I say I repeat, I do not pull punches here. I want to know pretty much what you guys want to know. Every single question that you guys can think of. Everything from the shoe size to their favorite food to their favorite sexual position. That's pretty much what I am going to say. But the one thing I will try, and I'm just going to say try because I am not a perfect person here. But I will try not to pretty much put anybody on blast, not name names, because I may be a dick, but I am not a complete dick. So, and I also want every listener to enjoy this podcast and not feel totally exposed. So I don't want to say, oh, this dude's gay or this dude likes donkeys or whatever the crap, right? So, especially that dick Jeffrey from Hollywood. Fuck! Anyway, again, not perfect. So, now the theme of this episode is pretty much, well, very recently, we have been seeing and hearing a lot of news about this popular franchise in the past, but is now brought back to life. Ladies and germs, I am talking about Star Wars. Seeing as the date of this recording is Monday, May 5th, 2014, also known as Revenge of the 5th, I see it as good as any reason to talk about our likes and dislikes and everything in between about the franchise. Now, the reason why I said our is because I am not alone in this episode. Let me introduce to you the people that will annoy the crap out of me in this episode. Now, I've known these people back in the days when I was in the clan FAM, which means Forever Movement. If you guys don't know, please look it up. It's pretty neat, and I'm the most badass person out of there, but now I'm not there. But anyway, it's still pretty good. If not anything else, these guys have very strong opinions about things that, honestly, I don't give a fuck about. But, except for today. Alright, now, first person I want to introduce is, well, if I was considered to be the asshole of my group of friends, he would undoubtedly be the equal from the Netherlands. So, he's a huge fan of Star Wars Episode 1, 2, and 3, and you may know him as Dutch, but most people like to call him Jim. Welcome, Jim.
Hello.
Fucking idiot.
Thanks for having me. Fuck you.
Anyway, second is pretty much a fan of all the movies except for Episode 4, A New Hope, and he will explain why. He is known as a Russian Rampage, but I will always call him the man that will one day kill me. But you guys can call him Anarchimus. Welcome, Anarch.
Thank you. Hi.
Such a good idea.
It's so fucking scary. Like this. Like Stephen Hawking and shit in a horror movie, you know? Like
I'm just being nice.
Okay. So he has a machete right in his hand, if you guys can't see. Alright, so and thirdly, I mean, what can I say? He's just a fucking dumbass. He's a fan of the original and the prequels. Suicide, how you doing?
Oh, what? I'm playing a game. Shut the fuck up. Oh, I mean, hi.
Motherfucker.
What's up?
Alright, now,
What's up?
okay. So,
Got a little excited right there for a second.
right. So Anarchimus, you say that you like pretty much everything except for Episode 4, New Hope. Explain why.
No, I think you're actually wrong. I said that I like everything except the episode number 1, The Phantom Menace.
The Phantom Menace. Okay, because when you said the first one, I automatically assumed it was A New Hope, because that is technically the first one in appearance. But okay, my bad.
George Lucas is a douche for confusing people.
Well,
That's fucking The Hobbit, okay?
that's Peter Jackson, but yeah. Yeah, okay, alright, so why you don't like the Phantom Menace?
Well, I think there is one big reason, and this is Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar.
Hey, man. Yes.
So we stop your vibrator, alright?
That does not break the whole movie, though. Jar Jar Binks does not break the whole movie.
Alright, well, alright, to its defense, like, both the prequels and the originals have their characters that are pretty much like you wish they weren't there. You know what I mean? Like of course Jar Jar Binks in the prequels, but then in the original you have the Ewoks. You know what I mean? The Ewoks are just
Yeah.
like
They're
why the
replaceable.
fuck are you there? Like my biggest thing is with the Ewoks is that all right, you have the Empire, you know, you have the stormtroopers that pretty much took over the whole fucking galaxy. Where they get fucking defeated by midget bears with fucking slingshots and clubs. Shit. Like what the fuck is that all about? But
You know, yeah. You
Jar-
know what I think is more fucked up though?
Hmm?
Like you have the Ewoks and you have fucking what do you call them again? Fucking Chewbacca and shit.
Wookie.
What do you call it? Yeah, you have the Wookiee.
Don't fucking mess with Chewbacca. Chewbacca's the shit. Dude.
Ewoks must have had sex with Wookiees to look like that. Think about that.
Well, Wookiees had sex with midgets, and that's a.
Exactly.
But anyways,
Wow, this podcast is already all kinds of fucked up.
I know, right? What are we like, fucking 3.5 minutes into it, and already it's like, what the fuck? But
Everybody's clicking the dislike button and closing the tab now.
hey, don't you tell them what to do?
Now that you told them, yeah, you're.
Click away.
Yeah, anyway.
Click away. Do it now. Save yourself.
Anyway, so, yeah, right. You're my only hope. Click the like button. All right. So, yeah, but anything else you don't like about episode 1? Was it Phantom Menace? Yeah, Phantom Menace.
Well,
Darth Maul died.
I think that build up for future films, it was actually kind of good, like showing young Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan character growing, that stuff.
Well, so are you saying like all that was a little too boring for you, or what?
Well, I'm saying that it is good that it was shown there. So
Okay, so okay. All right. So, all right. Yeah. Well, I pretty much I get what you're saying. I personally like what Sui said before, not to steal his thunder, was pretty much the Darth Maul character, right?
Man.
Who absolutely looks fucking badass. Like he pretty much revolutionized the lightsaber also because he was the first one, at least in my memory, that they came up with the double lightsaber, the two-sided lightsaber, which as a fucking kid, like that blew my fucking mind. I'd never even thought about that. Of course, there's like other things where like as a kid I used to think, oh, what other type of lightsabers could they be? Like, oh, could it be like a nunchuck lightsaber? Like, nah, that wouldn't work. You'll burn your fucking hands off, right? A little shit like that. But Darth Maul, I never thought of a staff because my imagination would be like a whole long, big fucking laser, nothing to grab to. So, no homo. So, yeah, but he, whoever made that idea, I guess George Lucas or whoever came up with that idea of the dual wield lightsaber that blew my fucking mind. And he looks like a fucking demon. He's all around badass. He's doing all this fucking kung fu shit that you never seen fucking Darth Vader do. So, just him being all around badass made me fucking like him. But then at the end, he gets sliced in half and gets thrown off. What are your thoughts on that, Sui?
I got pissed, man.
All right.
I just want to say, just for the record, this asshole over here woke me up to do this shit.
Motherfucker, you decided that, okay, 10 o'clock is a good time to fucking do this shit, so...
Well, still too fucking early, so shut up. But yeah, friggin' the whole movie, they're building it up. They're just like, hey, there's gonna be some badass dude, and then at the end, it's just, nope, bye-bye.
Right.
And it's like, damn it. Damn it!
Especially where what kind of pisses me off is that, alright, you see episode 3, we're gonna jump back and forth, we're not gonna do each franchise in chronicle order or anything like that. Chronological order, whatever the fuck you call it.
Chronic.
Fuck you. So, but I'm gonna jump to episode 3 where Obi-Wan cuts Anakin in half also. I'm like, okay, but he didn't fucking kill him. where the
Well,
fuck
he
is
did it-
Darth Maul? You know what I mean?
He didn't cut him in half. He cut off
He
his
cut
arms and legs.
the legs.
That's fucking pretty much in half. You cut off a fucking limb.
Man, no,
You cut off 3 limbs. He already has a robotic one. I'm like, dude. And,
No.
like,
All right.
it's not like Darth Maul bled out, because when you get cut with a lightsaber, it pretty much singes everything anyway. So you're pretty much already okay as long as everything's in place, which should be, because it's all burnt shut. So fucking put him on a fucking robotic legs and he's good, man.
Well, actually, Darth Maul was resurrected in Clone Wars, like these animated films.
Yeah, the
He was
animated cartoon
resurrected
from
back there.
cartoon,
Yes,
right.
he was resurrected, and it is actually kind of an official story.
Oh, so it's all
So-
canon.
Yes, it's all canon.
Right. So me personally, I haven't watched the Clone Wars cartoon. I've seen the Clone Wars movie recently when it got on Netflix, and it was a little too annoying for me. I was just like, that little girl was a pain in the ass. I'm just like, I wasn't really fully invested in it. I didn't even know who the fuck the main bad guy was. I saw Count Dooku talking shit to Jabba the Hutt, and they did and that's pretty much it. I didn't see. I don't know. Maybe there was a big fight scene. I was just like, fuck this shit. This girl's annoying. I'm not watching it.
Can I just say something really quick?
Go for it.
When you said Count Dooku, it reminded me. Every time I heard his name in the movie, I would always laugh. Just because I'm so immature about shit like that.
Well, like I said when I introduced you, you are a fucking dumbass. So,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. But anyway, you know, I love you, Siri. Don't worry about it. So,
Fuck you, man.
can you feel the love tonight?
Feel the hate.
Yeah, totally. So,
Best podcast ever.
of course. Like, what made you think otherwise? I mean, duh, I'm here.
Well, there's a Russian here. The Russians.
It's an international podcast, man. We have
Oh my
Dutch
God.
here too, but Dutch
It's
is.
so diverse, and I'm getting my ass kicked by some fucking fencing douche.
Just so you know, guys. Oh yeah. Well, Dutch just came back. We were just gonna say that Dutch's internet's failing on him. So.
No, it was my internet. It was on purpose.
Well, whatever. So.
Doesn't matter.
What did I miss? Who talked some stupid shit?
Well, we were talking about Darth Maul and.
Why are you telling him? He's just gonna hear the podcast anyway.
True. All right. Fuck you then. So.
Hey.
Anyway, on Darth Maul, he did not actually die in the Phantom Menace because they
What?
yeah get screwed over.
I don't even know what you said, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna
he's
go
a
ahead and agree with you,
So
just to make you feel better.
Yeah. Well. Anarchimus was talking about how he got resurrected in the Clone Wars and shit, which I didn't see. The fucking
Really?
the movie fucking just the Clone Wars movie just threw me off. I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna watch the series if it's based on this crap. But
They
which
screwed that up. Yeah.
which bugs me is that how fucking Anakin on the cartoon looks like fucking Sam Winchester from Supernatural. It's just really weird. Hopefully I'll post a picture up in post production. But it's just like, what the fuck? But yeah, I don't know. It's all okay, I guess. I'll give the show a try since you guys talking about Darth Maul, which I fucking love, and you know.
Yeah, that'll probably be the reason why I watch it too.
Yeah,
I was actually surprised, like when you in the cartoon, right? You know how in Revenge of the Sith, Anakin and Obi-Wan fight.
Yeah.
In the cartoon, they actually have like a sort of vision to that fight already, which is pretty sweet. Like you already see Anakin going evil, which is pretty amazing.
Which is weird because like, hello, if you had the fucking visions, wouldn't you see like all the younglings getting killed? Like, hey, listen, you know what?
Well, no, I don't know exactly like how it happened, but I think there was like an enemy which showed them a certain side. I don't know exactly how it is.
Okay, let's just like put a restraining order from Anakin away from all these fucking little kids because we already saw what the fuck is gonna happen. Let's just not. Let's just not have them around. We go
Jedi's live on the edge. Jedi's live on the edge. They don't care.
Or just hell, crash course training on how to fucking not get killed. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, kids little, kill do not get. Fuck it, just like say, hey, listen, dude's in the fucking hood. He's gonna come over here. He's gonna kill you all. Just don't be there. And then late at night at that. Like, what the fuck is that all about? Why the fuck were the little kids training at fucking night?
Smash.
I know you want to be a Jedi Knight, but that's a different type of night. But,
Oh man, that was fucked up.
Yeah, that was corny.
But anyway, like I don't know, like the second episode, I think that one wasn't that good in my opinion. Actually, I think if you would ask me, I actually would enjoy episode 1 more than I did episode 2. I don't know why, but I just do.
Well, yeah, well, I don't know. I liked episode 2 more than episode 1, mainly because there were more lightsaber fights. Which, if you want to make a Star Wars good, and this is notes to the J.J. Abrams, whoever the fuck is making the new ones, just more badass lightsaber fights. You know, if you're gonna have more Jedi's, more Sith, whatever, you gotta add that. You know what I mean? You gotta, right now we have the good technology to add more force effects and all that stuff, which the prequels has shown too, which is why a lot of people like it more than the original. Because the original, you don't really see that much, force stuff, except for when you see Emperor Palpatine doing the lightning and all this other shit. But then like you go play Force Unleashed, you play Force Unleashed, right? And you're fighting Darth Vader. Darth Vader is more badass in the game than he is in the movie and shit. Because in the movie you see him doing all the stuff moves and shit like that. But in the game, Darth Vader's doing all this fucking force push and like fucking Hadoukens and all that fucking shit. You know, and he's just
Hadouken.
just fucking do shit like that. But
Okay, that's actually a good segue because I was actually saving this question for later. But which Star Wars game do you guys think was like the best, like the most fun and entertaining?
Force Unleashed, man, all the way.
Yeah, which one though? 1 or 2?
2 was a little bit too quick for me.
Yeah,
it was a little too short. It was like I beat it in like, and I wasn't even beasting on it. I beat it in like 2-3 days, and I was a little disappointed in that.
But I will say it was really, really fun, and the graphics were freaking amazing, dude. But like,
yeah,
I don't know. I just felt like off for some reason.
The difference between the two games, right? Because the first game, which I loved, right? The only thing that I didn't like about it, but I did like anyway, was that they kept on going back to the same maps, right? They had like maybe like 4 maps, and then of course when you spoiler alert, when you become good again, you go back to those maps and do things differently. But where in the second one, it's like maybe the same amount of maps, but you don't return there or anything like that. Or if they didn't like the returning thing, then just add more maps to go to. Like it was just cut in half. I felt like it was just cut in half. So, but part 2 though was great, where they had better graphics and more, realistic reactions to a lightsaber. Because in the first one, you get hit with a lightsaber, you're still there in one piece. You're killed, yeah, but you're there in one piece. But where in part 2, it was just really fucking great because you slice the arm off, slice the leg off, and shit. It was all fucking good.
Don't they have that like in first one? Don't they have that like when you hit someone, they cut in half or shit?
No, not to my memory. No.
I'm not sure. Anyway, like on the game lab are better, but the game that I spent the most time on was definitely like the Revenge of the Sith game.
Yeah.
That game was addicting as hell.
Yeah, I barely remember it. I played it once and I beat it, but and then after that I just stopped playing for it. I think I had it for PlayStation 2.
Yeah, PlayStation 2 definitely. But at the end, like when you finish the game, you get to do the fight again, and like in that cutscene, fucking Anakin kills Emperor Palpatine, which is amazing. Like that was pretty amazing. And going to the Jedi Temple and just wrecking house there was funny as hell. Like I kept on playing that level over and over just to wreck house there. It's pretty dope.
I actually remember that. I actually remember the whole when it was right after the fight with Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then Darth Sidious comes out like, yeah, that's you, brother. I gotta say with me. And then he comes out like, no, I'll rule the galaxy.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, sorry to cut you guys off. Sorry to stop the podcast, but can you guys just give me a minute, and I'll be right back. Just keep talking. Keep it going.
We don't need you.
We don't need you.
Fuck off.
It's your Obi-Wan beard.
Which was your favorite movie, though?
What was my favorite?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I wanted to talk about my favorite games.
Oh, go for it. Yeah, I'm sorry.
so like I had 3 games from my great childhood. The first one is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, which is a RPG.
Yes.
Then Star Wars Battlefront, which is like Call of Duty Star Wars universe, which was badass, especially online. And Jedi, I think it was like Jedi Academy or something like that.
Was that the one for Wii?
No, it was Star Wars Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, and there was another one, Star Wars Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast. It's like post the 6th episode, where Luke has his own Jedi Academy, and in first game you play as a Jedi training there, and the second one you play as a Kyle Katarn, I guess. Well, it's a character from Star Wars universe. So they were pretty badass.
It's weird though. Like, if you played Battlefront, Battlefront was probably entertaining. I don't know.
I've always wanted to play Battlefront, but at the time, you know, of course, me being a kid, I couldn't. Like, the difference between me now and me then was that if I wanted to get a game now, I can just go and get it with no fucking problem. But you know, I try to pace myself, make sure I beat all my games before I buy another one, because then why collect dust? But back then, if I wanted a game, I would ask my parents, and then you know, it's always the whole bullshit. Well, you know, we've all grown up, we've all experienced this. But so when it came down to Battlefront, I never got a chance to play it because my parents never got it for me. But the last one of the games that you mentioned on Artemis was Knights of the Old Republic, which I happened to play before when I had the regular Xbox, and I played it on there, and I absolutely love that game. I wish they just like redid it, like remastered it with current graphics or something, or at least make another sequel, because I think they made part 2 of that. So like just make a third one, it would be great. Do the whole Darth Revan and what was that?
Dude,
what was that chick's name?
Yellow lightsaber. Play the online game, dude.
Was like, the Old Republic one?
Yeah.
That's for PC though, right? Because I don't play PC games. I can't. My computer can't handle that shit. So, and then I don't have the patience for it too. Oh, press W for walking or whatever the crap. Like, no, fuck you. I'm not doing that. Give me a fucking controller, and I'll. For me, if you want me to buy a fucking game, make sure it's for fucking Xbox or PlayStation. All right, then I'll be good. Whether it's Xbox One, which I don't have yet, but I will get, and then fucking I have a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, whatever. So I have a 360, but you know, that's the only way I'm gonna fucking play the game. I'm not gonna go play it if it's on a fucking PC or a fucking tablet or whatever the fuck. I'm not doing that.
It's good though. Like, you can make. So the thing I like most about that is, even as a Jedi, I guess. Like, you don't have to be completely good. You can just at one point in that game, they just give you the option to kill a whole crew of a spaceship with the press of a button, and that was amazing.
I like that type of thing.
Yeah, like if you're with a party, and I don't know how that system works, but they want to be like all good, and you're like, no, we're doing this. That's the funniest thing that happened. They're like, why'd you do that? They're like,
what you do?
No, the cool thing about Star Wars games that you can choose like the dark side or the good one.
Yeah.
So I like that a lot in Knights of the Old Republic, because you can feel that role-playing thing, that you can really be a bad guy or a good guy, do what you want.
That's a really beautiful thing when it comes to a lot of video games, whether you play Star Wars or you play Infamous, or you know, you play games like that where you have a morality choice, whether you want to go, you know, evil, you want to go good and stuff like that. I personally will play the whole game first as good, and then after that I'll play bad and see how things turn out. I don't really like jump back and forth though.
But good luck playing that whole game online fucking over again. Jesus Christ.
You know what I mean?
You must have so much time.
I don't really. Like, there are a lot of games like that I haven't played my PS4 in like fucking since January. It's been that long. I still have to finish playing Assassin's Creed and all that shit. But
yeah, that's a different subject though.
Yeah. But yeah, right. Fuck that. But what I'd like to see in a Star Wars game, maybe they have one and I haven't played it yet, but I like to see where you just start off where you just create your own character. I think Knights of the Old Republic kind of had something to do with that, because where you could change your appearance, but it's still the story was pretty much
set. It was very limited.
Right.
And you can actually play only as human, no other races.
Yeah, it was 2 generations ago, so of course it was going to be limited. But exactly like how you pointed out with different races. Like I want to see where you can, if you pick like, oh, I want to pick a Wookiee Jedi, or fucking, or one of those like Darth Maul demon looking dudes or whatever. Or
Well, actually,
Guys, guess which game has that?
what?
The online version.
Oh, fuck you! I'm not playing the PC shit. No, this is not gonna happen. But
in Jedi Knight, you can play as Twi'lek and Zabrak, but it doesn't change anything. Storyline is the same.
well, the storyline could be the same, but I just want like more variety. So let's say, for example, like one of my favorite games when it comes down to customization is, of course, the WWE games or Saints Row games where you pretty much change your whole appearance. Where, especially with Saints Row, where you can change your voice, where you give yourself the Cockney "I love my job" type of fucking accent, or like "Hey," whatever the fucking, just like you can have a girl's voice if you fucking want to. Little things like that I dig. You could change this. You could be a guy, a girl. You could, Star Wars sense. You could be a human. You could be a fucking whatever Yoda is, just or be like that.
Whatever a Yoda is. I think the people that were listening to this podcast at White Star just got completely offended.
Well, then what the fuck is a Yoda then? What
you do not ask what a Yoda is. You just accept that he's there.
Listen,
you don't
they
ask.
didn't say what race he was in the movies. I'm going by the movies. I don't read the books. I don't play all the games. All right, like. Did Yoda ever mention that? Hey, I'm Dominican or whatever.
Actually, I just googled his Wikipedia page and it states species unknown.
Oh, see, so yeah.
So he is just
so
an old ninja.
Nobody ever questioned it. That's how it's supposed to be. You do not question Yoda. You just don't.
Hey, listen. I'm running this podcast here. I have to ask questions. So there you go. All right. That's the shit. It may be fucked up, but it's the way I do things. All right, get over it. Let's see here. More to talk about. Oh, what were you talking about? The favorite movies, right, Dutch?
Yeah, like your favorite movie.
My favorite movie happens to be. It's a toss up where I'm more on Empire Strikes Back, Episode 5. And more, and then sometimes I'm more into Jedi too. It depends on the type of day I'm having, because of course Jedi has the stupid things with the Ewoks and yup and all that bullshit. but I just happen to love the emotion into it with the final scene, final battle between Darth Vader and Luke. So that really gets me. But Empire Strikes Back has fucking. Lando Calrissian, who's like, in my opinion, one of the baddest motherfuckers on the fucking galaxy. So, how you doing, Chewbacca? All that shit. So.
Hey, Han, let me fuck you in the ass and just give you to the fucking Empire. That's good.
What
right?
movie did you see? What the fuck? What?
XXX version.
What?
That's the "This Isn't Star Wars" porn parody, right? Yeah. Like, whoa, why is Luke and Leia fucking... Like they're brother and sister. That makes no sense.
What was fucking George Lucas thinking when he made them fucking like each other and shit?
They didn't really like each other. It's not like
that. If they would have not found out that they were family, that would have happened. That's fucked up.
The only thing that was awkward was that fucking Leia kissed Luke and shit. But I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't see anything from that. I mean, I've seen brothers and sisters kiss. They didn't make out. It's not like they fucking tongue kissed and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's just a peck.
Oh, if that happened, the movie would be banned.
Yeah, that would be weird as fuck. that would be a hard R. No kids will watch that shit. But anyway, just it's not like they were tongue kissing, so I don't really see anything bad from that. It's just a peck, whatever. But I always knew that she was gonna be with Han anyway, because the way they fucking. They kept on arguing, and so like, dude, get a fucking room. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, you feel the tension there, and just get a nut off, man. Yeah.
I like fucking Revenge of the Sith, like, by far the best.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like that too. I like, of course, the final battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan, but that's pretty cool. I fucking watched that recently over and over on fucking YouTube. Trying to do some videos and shit like that, which you guys will see in the future. I was gonna do on Star Wars Day, but then I saw Smash Talks do some shit with it, and I was like, fuck that video. So, but then it was a good video, but I was just like, why am I gonna do it? Because then you're gonna see in the comments, Smash Talks did it first, and I'm like, fucking shit. No hate on him because we happen to like the same shit. He likes Batman, I like Batman, and we like Power
Star Wars.
Star Wars, right? So of course we'll talk about those things in other episodes, but yeah, but I don't know.
I think though,
Huh?
Mace Windu got completely fucked in in the movies. Mace Windu looked like a complete bitch, like legit. Like, oh, you're in the Jedi Council? Oh, yeah, everybody in there is fucking awesome, but you know what? We're only going to show you getting killed. I mean, that's what you're for.
Well, again, guys, I didn't say it before. We're all going to be talking about spoilers, but of course, the fucking movies came out like the prequels came out like almost 10 years ago. If you haven't seen it, then it's your fucking fault for being spoiled.
If you haven't seen it,
if you haven't seen the original,
podcast,
yeah.
If you have not seen this movie, like, I'm talking the...
Anyways,
I'm sorry.
what is your least favorite episode, guys? Dutch, since you came back, go for it.
Like, what I... God damn it. My least favorite episode. Holy fuck. Well, man.
I don't know words.
I don't like. I guess that would be episode 4 then for me. I guess. Yeah.
Episode 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, to me, I'm sure people out there are gonna disagree, but I don't know. It just felt like not enough action or like suspense or like.
Wait. You know what they're really gonna say? Like, if you compare it, like, episode 1 was way after they made the first 3 movies, so that's just what they're gonna say. Oh, like, they have more special effects when they made episode 1. Like, what the fuck,
Yeah,
guys?
but I mean, they could have. I mean, they obviously told the story very well, but I don't know. For me, it just felt like it dragged on at parts. I'm not saying it was the worst one because none of them are bad, but to me, that was like my personal least favorite.
Anarchimus, you have an opinion on what you like the least besides episode 1 that you talked about?
No, I hate on like dislike episode 1 only. It had no like epic action scenes except for Darth Maul fight, like Gungan versus droids. Like, are you serious, bro?
There's nothing better than hearing a Russian say, "Are you serious, bro?" It's so intimidating.
I know,
Like,
right?
are you serious, bro? It's like, I'm rethinking it now.
He could just like the Anarchimus could just read like a nursery rhyme and it'd just be like the creepiest fucking shit ever.
They told him to go to bed. He didn't go to bed. They chopped off his thumbs.
And all through the house, not a creature was not even a mouse.
Anarch's probably sitting there like, you fucking Americans.
Like, Nova, I will kill you slowly. Yes.
You fucking Americans. Jesus.
Fuck off.
Fuck
Dutch,
you,
more
you
American
fucking-
than any of us.
You Netherlandian.
Are you PewDiePie?
You fucking Neverland, man.
Hey, according to Two Twisted Merc, I'm from Switzerland.
Oh god, but
Oh god, Merc's gonna flag us now.
oh shit, what's going on, guys?
He's Superman.
But anyway, so yeah, right. So me personally, a lot of the movies I'm not really a fan of. Like, I tend to defend Phantom Menace a lot because, like, the first movie in a franchise is usually like the most boring if you think about it. There's only maybe like when you, all right, you look at Spider-Man. Spider-Man is one of those movies where, the first one with Tobey Maguire is like maybe one or two, like 2 or 3 fight scenes in the fucking movie, pretty much.
Yeah,
There's one in the parade, one in the fire, and then one at the end, right, with the bridge and all that bullshit. You go and look at like fucking the first Batman with Michael Keaton. There wasn't that many fight scenes anyway because they pretty much used the first movie of the franchise to establish the characters. That's why like episode 4 a lot of people don't like either because it was, like you guys said, was pretty much a drag and there's like, what the fuck is going on? Not the lightsaber battle wasn't really all that up to par. Fucking what the fuck is that all about? 2 old people just but it's just pretty much to establish what's gonna happen in the future films. Which is kind of like a cheat because if you think about it, how do you know you're gonna make a whole franchise? Because like with the first Star Wars movie, I'm pretty sure George Lucas didn't think it was gonna be a massive fucking phenomenon that, you know, that people are gonna fucking love and enjoy and stick with for the rest of their fucking lives. I think it was just gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna make this fucking movie. If we do well, then we'll make more. But you know, whatever. So that whole movie was just. At first, I would have been like, "Fuck this movie! There's nothing happened. I don't even know." But
then he saw his bank account after the first 3 movies, prequels.
like me personally, I would not like it until I knew the sequel was coming out, and then I'll watch it again, and then I might appreciate it more. Kind of like with Batman Begins. Batman Begins, that was one of those things where I liked it, I dug it, but I knew the Dark Knight was coming out afterwards, and then I saw it again, and I loved it even more because like, holy shit! Oh, you could do this, you could do that, da 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 da. Oh, great, fine, fantastic. But back to Star Wars, you know, I don't know. Episode 2 was a little weird for me. I don't know. That was just the whole clone army. Everybody's all the fucking same person and shit. Like, I don't know. To be a clone is just weird. Like, at least in my opinion, if I was a clone, I would like, you know, okay, I'm a clone of my dad, and that's just weird because, you know, I go out to pee, and I'm like, I'm pretty much holding my dad's dick.
Wow, that is a really
if
fucked
you think
up
about
dark,
it
right?
that way,
like it's dark, isn't it? It's weird. Like it's just like, I got the same thing as my dad. It's just like, what the fuck?
I got the same thing as my dad.
Which I don't know. I
Oh,
don't know. I
okay.
guess if you know genetics, you know, you pretty much are. You're gonna become your dad. I guess. Yeah, probably the thought won't come to your mind. Me personally, I am a very wicked person. Like when I'm alone by myself, the fucking thoughts that go through my fucking head are fucking weird. Like what the fuck?
ladies.
Like if you crack the moon in half, is there a fucking cheese that comes out? I don't know.
Jeez.
Like what, you know? Like why are there clouds? Who named them clouds? I'm like I have a mind of a pothead without actually smoking pot because it's
Hey,
like,
how you doing?
who the fuck who the fuck named it tree? You know what I mean? Who decided that that's the fucking word we're gonna fucking call it and reference to it and all that other shit? It just
So back to Star Wars talk instead of fucking.
the clone thing is fucking weird. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, I think it's like a metaphor. Like at the war, everyone is equal. They're just like dead meat, so they like have no personalities. The same person.
All right.
Makes sense.
Um,
Oh no, I almost dropped my lunch.
favorite characters.
Jar Jar Binks just to piss off an Archimus.
I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna.
No, honestly, favorite character?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably typical, but Anakin, Darth Vader. Just because
Anakin or
of the
Darth
journey
Vader because they're two.
Those are different.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, so you gotta choose one, buddy.
I personally consider them one because it's the same person.
No, evil
Nope.
Anakin. Evil Anakin is Darth Vader. Bitch boy Anakin is Anakin Skywalker.
Exactly.
Bitch boy Anakin.
Damn it, that's the lightsaber again.
Exactly, that's Anakin.
I mean,
Alright,
after
well,
the first few times you lose the fucking lightsaber, you try to gonna make sure like you're not gonna lose it again. I mean, I remember my parents used to give me shit every time I lost my keys. So like, what the fuck, man? You know, just. But anyway.
So who do you like? Vader, bitch boy Anakin.
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul.
I can't choose between the two Anakins, so fucking Anakin can go die. He can get his arms and legs chopped off.
Righty then.
Alright, so everybody's saying Darth Maul? Really?
No.
Okay. Narcmus?
Jar Jar
I
Binks.
don't really know what my favorite character is. Like, let's just say Darth Vader.
Darth Vader, okay. And Dutch?
I like bitch boy Anakin.
You did this to me! Why won't you rank me master? Yeah, fucking shit.
Yeah, I like bitch boy Anakin. I don't know. I think that he's a good example. I think how most people would handle that stuff. Like if somebody says you can't do this, but you know you should, or that you're good enough to, like, I don't know. I think he's the most human and the most. I like him the most for that.
Me personally, I happen to, and this is gonna be completely different from all you guys, because fuck you guys. Even though I like the whole lightsaber thing, you know, the Jedi, the Sith, and all that, because you know, if I was to be a person in Star Wars universe, I would aspire to be a Jedi or a Sith. But the person I can relate to the most
Chewbacca.
I was gonna say that.
No, that's you, fucking Stewie, because you got the beard and shit.
Hey.
But
Okay.
honestly, the person that's more like me personally, and then more realistically, I would say Han Solo. Han Solo is one of my favorite people because he's pretty much a smartass through and through. Where like Leia's giving him shit like, oh, absolutely, your worship, and also this shit like he's so fucking dick, and also he's one of the only people that probably doesn't fucking believe in the whole Jedi or Sith crap. Like he's literally seen lightsaber battles in front of him and seen fucking levitating cups go to the motherfucker's hand and shit. Like, oh, I don't believe in that mumbo jumbo crap. You're like, what the fuck? And so it's just weird. He's the comic relief pretty much in the movies, and I think, and he's pretty much got one of maybe 5 girls in the whole fucking franchise. So yeah, fucking Han Solo's my dude.
You know what happened though after everything, right? Han Solo got completely fucked.
Well, but episode 5, but then he got back at episode 6.
Fucking. I would not like to be Han Solo when you get completely fucked.
Well, see, episode 5, I can relate to that too, because there are some times where, luck doesn't go your way and you happen to be fucked over, and then you're like, all right, how can I come back from this? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really hating on that. Fuck, man. Fucking Han Solo, he's gone through it. Everybody's gone through it. Fuck it, you can relate to that shit. But, yeah, I dig Han Solo. What's your least favorite character besides Jar Jar Binks? Because we all hate him.
I don't.
Okay, so who's your least favorite character?
Well,
Chewie.
I had to stop and think. Shut up.
You could have said or something.
You know what? I'm gonna say.
Did like 1 second. He's like, I know. And then you ask him, and he's like, I need to think about this.
Why did you join Middle Eastern there for a second?
What?
What? No. My least favorite character. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and say Count Dooku because every time they said his name, I would start laughing in the movie theater.
That's fucking dumb.
It rhymes with doo-doo.
Oh my god. Because of his name, wow.
I don't like Count Dooku.
Hey, look, I've been embarrassed enough in the fucking movie theater because I laughed every time he said, "Get Count Dooku."
Yeah. I don't like Dooku because I didn't think he was all that fucking powerful, man. Like I was pissed off because he was there and Darth Maul wasn't, so it's kind of like not his fault because like I was so like drawn to fucking Darth Maul. I'm like, dude, come on, man. What the fuck, man? Darth Maul should be here fucking fighting Yoda while Yoda's on fucking cocaine going all fucking crazy and shit.
Hey, you know what? I just realized something, and I'm actually really surprised. Nobody, at least to my knowledge, I don't know what you guys talked about when I was gone, but nobody has brought up Samuel Jackson or Boba Fett.
What? Oh, I brought up Samuel L. Jackson. I told people that.
Yeah, I brought up Boba Fett because I mentioned the clones. So it was just, but Samuel Jackson.
I wasn't here then. I'm sorry.
We'll get there. But
Samuel Jackson is one of those characters, right? The scene where, again, spoiler, when he gets his hand chopped off, right, by Anakin, was the one part in the whole franchise where I thought it would be fitting for fucking Samuel Jackson to go, motherfucker. In every single movie,
a guy on the Jedi Council, okay.
right. Every single movie that Sam Jackson has been that's not been owned by Disney, you could count like all the Marvel movies and all the Star Wars movies and shit like that, was he says motherfucker. That's pretty much his trademark. So I'm like,
well, he didn't say motherfucker in the Avengers. That's
what I'm saying. The Avengers is owned by Disney, so you can't say that.
Motherfucker assemble.
Yeah, what's Star Wars owned by?
Well, Star Wars is now owned by Disney, but it was owned by George Lucas at the time when the movies came out. But still, I still call it Disney. So, but but at that time, fucking as soon as he was doing the lightning back to fucking Palpatine, and then fucking Anakin chops his hand. I was like, oh motherfucker. And that would have been good. Like he'd be like motherfucker, and then he whips out a fucking blaster because he always, Sam Jackson gotta have a gun no matter what, and just like try to shoot Anakin, and then Anakin blows him out the window or some shit like that. No homo, but so.
Man,
I just realized his dad must have been fucked up because he got electrocuted, but he didn't die from that immediately. They just fucking whooped his ass out the window.
In a sense, though, you can kind of see how like if they were to bring him back, I would believe it because you really didn't see a body. You know what I'm saying? He could have just like got electrocuted and then thrown out, and he could have used his force powers to fly out of there or some shit. You know what I'm saying? He has telekinesis, right? He's a fucking Jedi, so he could lift himself or stop himself from landing on a fucking pavement and just land on his feet and just run out like, fuck that little fucker, cut my hand off like a robot hand, I'm gonna fuck you up. You know, do some shit.
But like you're saying that Count Dooku isn't that powerful. Like again, like he survived that whole Clone Wars thing, and he had
I'm not saying he's that.
during that.
I'm not saying he's not that powerful. I'm saying it's because
they made him look less powerful. That's
right. And in Episode 3, he was kind of punked out like a little bitch too. So it was just like, and I'm like, he's old, man. Like I haven't seen any old Jedi and shit except for Obi-Wan. That's pretty much it. And Obi-Wan got fucking murked out like a little bitch. But even though he probably kind of did a finger poke of doom and pretty much lost on purpose so Luke can fight him.
Bink.
Luke could fight him because he was born.
I'm talking about in Episode 4.
But why are you going there? Like Count Dooku did this whole fucking Clone Wars shit. It was amazingly strong, but during the same time, Anakin and Obi-Wan were fighting that war, so Anakin got way stronger. So it made sense for him at the end to like surpass him.
True. I don't know. It was just really. I don't know. It's really weird. Anarchist, who's your least favorite character?
Well, I think that in Star Wars movies, like everyone have their place there, except for Jar Jar Binks, of course. But like I would like say that the person or like the character I hate the most is Emperor Palpatine for sure. Like he is like the biggest asshole in the movie.
Yeah, right.
He corrupted Anakin. He started all this shit. So yeah.
I'm gonna hate the main bad guy in this movie because he made this movie.
Because he's old as shit. That's my favorite excuse. He's old as shit. I fucking hate him. Which, it's a pretty legit reason though if you think about it. Because some people,
if a bad guy makes you hate him, like,
right,
it means that he has a great role.
Exactly. He's like King Joffrey in fucking Game of Thrones. Like you hate the living shit out of that little fucking kid. He actually made me wish death on a child. But it shows how good of an actor he is. Right. I understand. But
count me out for the Game of Thrones podcast because I don't know shit about it.
I don't even think I'm gonna make one, honestly. Unless the viewers are like, dude, make one, because like it's just gonna be me saying, why people gotta fucking die? Every time I like a character, they're fucking dead. But anyway, so
rabble.
Right. So pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much it. And I say pretty much a lot. Don't count it out, all right? Don't do the shit like you did with Merc and say, oh, he said pretty much a lot. Fuck you. That's just me. Yeah, that's my fuller words, all right? Pretty much. Anyway.
My least favorite character, though, like, I don't know. I think it would be. I think just the Fett family in general. Boba Fett and the other fucking.
I thought he said the Fat family. I'm just like, man, what is wrong with you?
Don't call Jabba the Hutt fat. He's just a fucking Hutt. What do you expect? The Hutts are like Samoans, man. Like it's very hard to not be fat in Samoan.
Boom! All the Samoans just unsubscribed and disliked.
I know, right?
You're fucked up.
Like fuck you while they eat a pineapple and twirl a fucking stick of fire and shit.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna be leaving you for the third time, but it was fun. But I gotta go.
Well, yeah, we're about to end the podcast right now anyway. So, yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Put in the comment section of what you like and dislike from the franchise and all this other shit, and tell me what you think. If you think we should do more.
Guys. Everybody say you dislike Jim so he can't be on another podcast.
Yeah, they're gonna say they dislike you now just out of spite. So.
I quit.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Dutch, Elijah, Anarchist, whatever. And Sui.
Shut up, I'm playing a game.
Yes, well, this is Sean Nova saying goodbye, everyone, and then whatever.
Bye!
Bye! Aha, motherfucker! Aha, motherfucker! You thought that it was over, huh? No. Guess what? We still got more to talk about. I just fucked up and just realized that we forgot to talk about episode 7 coming up. Episode 7 is pretty much going to be helmed by J.J. Abrams, who did Star Trek and all tons of other cool shit like Alias and what Lost, Love Lost, and everything. But yeah, he's awesome.
Just so everybody knows, Sean fucked up the intro to this part like 7 times.
Hey, you wanna shut what I like to call the fuck up right now? Huh? Hmm?
No, but I see some kid walking towards my truck, and I'm about to jump out the window and start smashing.
Why break the window? That just...
There is no window, it's a screen. So there won't be glass. I just need a new screen.
Anyways, so we're gonna talk about episode 7. Dutch is not gonna be with us, so it's just Anarchimus and Sui. So
It's one less smelly person here.
why are you the other smelly person? What?
Damn right.
It's the beard. Yeah.
My stench runs from my beard. All its individual hairs.
Ladies, aka there are pheromones. So yeah.
Yeah. I have that cologne called vulva in my beard right now.
It's
legit. Look it up. Amazon. Go look.
Also known as Six Panther. It's made from bits of real panther.
Shout out to
70% of the time it works every time. But
shout out.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, episode 7. Just recently the cast has been announced. A lot of people I don't know. A couple of people I do. Like the bad guy from Flash Gordon and Rush Hour 3 is gonna be there, and he's pretty. There's no way he's gonna be the good guy. He's always the bad guy, except for fucking Judge Dredd.
Chris Rock is gonna be in there?
Yeah, man, fucking Jedi, man. Hey, what you doing, Luke? Get over here, Luke. Alright, stop.
I don't even know what the hell they're gonna do. They're gonna use like the Force to keep up all the wrinkles that are on their old asses now, or some shit.
Well, fucking Obi-Wan aged like a fucking normal person, so why can't I have old Jedis and old?
Yeah, but have you seen Mark Hamill? He got fat.
He didn't get fat.
Fat.
He got normal. That's
normal.
That's normal. You're fucking. What is he, like 50s, 60s, or something like that?
I don't know.
I don't want to disrespect, but that's normal. Okay, you spend most of your life after that doing only voice work and don't have to worry about your looks and see how you fucking turn out. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? Just for the record, did anybody else realize up until now that Mark Hamill was in Jay and Silent Bob? He played Cockknocker.
Yeah, Cockknocker.
I never fucking knew that until I watched the movie the other day because I hadn't seen it like since it came out. And I was just like, holy shit, that's Luke Skywalker, and he's playing Cockknocker.
Yeah, well, I knew it was him because as soon as I saw that he had a lightsaber, I was like, well, wait, oh shit, that's fucking Mark Hamill. I didn't know until years later, after the show stopped, was that Mark Hamill voiced the Joker. Like, I didn't know until he started doing the video games and shit. I was like, holy fuck, that's the fuck.
Man, fucking, you can't really tell the difference between Mark Hamill and Troy Baker as the Joker now.
He also did the voice of Wolverine in one of the Wolverine games. Not
Really?
so long ago. Yeah, it was a game. I think it came out for N64 or some shit like that.
Oh shit!
I'm sorry, GameCube.
All right, we're getting way off topic already.
No, we're still talking about Mark Hamill and fucking Star Wars, right?
No. We started talking about Marvel, and then Wolverine, and then Cockknocker.
Oh, Mark Hamill. All right, dang. All right, so
Comic book, the movie.
Yeah, right. Shut up. So, pretty much what we're gonna talk about, like what we want to see from episode 7, and 8 and 9. I guess they want to do 3 because that's the.
Yes, they're aiming for 3 episodes.
Yeah. I can tell you what I don't want to see anymore.
What's that?
Princess Leia naked.
Did you see her naked in the other movies? Like, what the fuck?
No, I said I've always wanted to see her naked, but now it's like, not so much.
You're a weirdo. So.
Yeah. Carrie Fisher is hot. What was?
Shit. Well, I never. Well, she's attractive, right? She, either way, even now, she's attractive. She's attractive for a person.
Oof.
I'm not saying I'd fuck her, but I'm saying I've seen uglier people. You know what I'm saying? So.
What are you trying to say?
I've seen you.
Oh.
Anyway, so.
That's fine. That's
right.
fine.
So, yeah.
Wait a minute.
I don't know about whatever. Okay, Princess Leia, whatever you want to say, that's fine.
Are you getting pissed?
No, I just got lost in my words for a second. I just
Lost.
Yeah, right, J.J. Abrams. So, Anarchimus, anything you want to say about Star Wars 7?
Oh, canon story is like very interesting actually.
Who?
Yes, Luke is going to like build his own Jedi Academy.
Okay.
He's going to marry. He will marry this chick, Mara Jade, something. Well, she is assassin that was going to kill him, but fell in love with him.
Mm-hmm.
And Han Solo and Leia will have like 3 kids. It's like I don't remember their names, but one of them was named Anakin.
Aw, that's so sweet.
So
Oh God.
they're like all Jedi's. They all have Force in it because Leia has Force in her,
Yeah.
and the shit starts with Yuuzhan Vong like invasion. It's like the biggest war in Star Wars like history.
Bigger than the Clone Wars and all that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Because like planets got destroyed, like some races almost got like destroyed and that stuff.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of characters got killed. For example, Chewbacca and like Anakin, the little Anakin. So it's like a massive storyline, and I want to see that in these 3 movies. And the interesting thing about that storyline is because Sith and Jedi are working together against this Yu Wong Empire, like these badass aliens from somewhere from another galaxy.
Oh, so it's not Sith versus Jedi. It's pretty much Jedi and Sith against another threat.
Yeah, like
Huh.
the old empire of Sith like almost got destroyed. There were like multiple resurrections of Palpatine. Like there were still some forces, but the Republic like overcame them. So and became like the rulers of this universe. So that's the point that like good and bad guys working together against like this common enemy.
It's kind of like X-Men: Days of Future Past, man. You see like Magneto and
Yeah,
Professor X just chilling, like what the fuck?
but like I'm not sure if they're aiming for that. Like they're
Right.
going to make it because I heard that they don't want to follow books and that stuff. So that's it.
Well, yeah, that sounds interesting. I don't know. I don't think I can actually see Jedi and Sith working together. So that's gonna be something that, like, I'm gonna have to see to believe. You know what I'm saying? I can't really just like have an opinion on it. It was just one of those. It's like saying, "Oh, you're gonna see a monkey riding on top of a lion." Like what? but but I actually would want to see it. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I've seen a lot of people. I've seen the people that got cast into it. I'm not gonna name names because again, too soon for me to actually remember their names. No offense to them. It's just that me, I'm not. My attention span comes like, oh, do I know you from somewhere? No, then I'm not gonna remember you. So
What are you guys talking about?
talking about the cast right now. So
What cast for what?
for episode 7, they just announced it
Episode 7 of what?
last week. What?
What?
Boy, shut up. So just hopefully there's one dude I've seen from a movie before, and he seems pretty good. I can't name names anyway. So and then also we got the guy from Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, Planet of the Apes, and all that shit. Andy Serkis, who's doing, I guess he's doing mocap for it because that's pretty much his bread and butter is the mocap. So honestly, if he's in there, I assume it's gonna be a good movie because I haven't seen in a movie that sucked. So if he's gonna be in it, go for it. I haven't seen a J.J. Abrams movie that sucked. So J.J. Abrams is directing it and all that stuff. So I'm cool with that. Only thing is that I'm a little worried about is a George Lucas less Star Wars, which is like, how the fuck is that gonna look? You know what I'm saying? Which, don't get me wrong, George Lucas has had some stupid fucking shit going on in the movies, like, oh, the special editions, the Greedo shot first bullshit, CGI Jabba fucking episode 1, the Jar Jar Binks, the Ewoks, so on and so forth. But he still had a lot of good things into it also, where I hope can still be in the future movies. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, what I want to see more is more badass lightsaber fights, more force fights, more we didn't really we got in the prequels there's a lot of space fights with the TIE fighters and all this other bullshit. TIE fighters or whatever the fuck you call them. But they all seem pretty fucking good. So any other notes though? Anything else you guys want to see? You want to see more romance? You want to see a titty shot or whatever?
Titties.
I highly doubt there will be. What if you see in the original? I think it was Return of the Jedi, where fucking Jabba is holding one of the slave girls and trying to pull her over the chain or whatever the fuck, and she's like, "No!" He's about to kill her, and her boob pops out, and I didn't notice this until like a month ago.
Wait.
Mind you, I've been watching Star Wars since I was a little fucking kid. My dad put me onto this shit. Never fucking seen it throughout the whole fucking 20 some odd years of fucking watching the fucking movie. Haven't fucking seen it. Until I haven't noticed it until fucking a month ago, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And that's when I was watching a video on YouTube. I think it was Watch Mojo or something like that, and they pointed it out, and I was like, "Holy shit!" It was like one of those nostalgia critic episodes where you're like, "Things you didn't know about this movie," little things like that. So it was just like, "Holy crap!" It was weird. Do you have a lightsaber at home, Anarchist?
I have 3 Star Wars T-shirts actually, and I'm wearing one of them right now.
Oh, nice.
It says "Feel the power of the dark side."
Whoa. But me personally, the only thing I had really Star Wars was I used to collect lightsabers as a kid. I used to have of course, the traditional blue one, the Luke one. I had pretty much every single one, and it was the ones where of course they have the lights and the woom 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 sound effects. But and then when you put the sword down, it only goes down halfway, so it looks like a big ass fucking one of those traffic sticks that the fucking the the people at the airport use to direct the fucking airplanes to go this way and all this other bullshit. Yeah, so I had that one. I had the Mace Windu one, which was my favorite. Because it was purple. Purple's a badass color. Not my favorite. But,
Sword.
What?
Motherfucking sword.
What?
I'm saying motherfucking lightsaber.
Oh. Motherfucking lightsaber. Where's my super suit? That's pretty much the extent of my Sam Jackson impression. But and I had the double wielded lightsaber, of course. I had the Yoda one, which was the smaller one. But half of those were gifts. Yeah, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna collect them now because picture me as an adult going to Toys R Us. Or going on Amazon and shit like, ooh, I'm gonna get that. Not to knock the people that do it because you have bigger balls than me, but me personally, I'm worried about that. Little things like that.
I really want to buy like a Lego version of something like of that.
I've played the Lego Star Wars and the Lego Harry Potter,
but they cost so much. Like I really can't afford it, but I really want it.
Yeah, I played the demo.
That's like a little boy and me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've played those games like when I was younger, and I played like the demos. I never really bought the game. The only game that I ever bought was Lego Batman. But enough about that. Darkness, dead parrots. Just Star Wars in general. I just want to see more badasses. Like how Man of Steel. A lot of people like to knock Man of Steel because not Superman charm, bullshit. But Superman had one thing over the other movies was that they had more fight scenes, more badass fight scenes, where they took advantage of CGI and fucking just went to town with it, which I want to see in Star Wars. I want to see fucking space battles go fucking nuts. I want to see fucking Luke hop out of a fucking of a space jet and fucking jump on another space jet and cut that shit open because he has the fucking force.
He's fucking 60 years old.
I don't give a fuck. He has the fucking force. Right? How old is Yoda? And he was kicking so much ass, but then he could barely walk without a fucking cane. Alright?
He has a force of CGI.
Yes, exactly. Which I want to fucking see in episode 7, 8, and 9. You know what I mean? Or if not fucking Luke, then other people. Where's the apprentice from the Force Unleashed? Why can't he be in there? You know what I mean? Like little shit like that. I'm like, fuck, man. He can only be like what, 10 years older than Luke or some shit. So fuck it, man. Get like the same actor to play him and fucking spray some gray hair and then boom, fucking Star Killer right there, kicking ass with Luke. Be awesome. But that's just a fantasy. I don't think it'll ever fucking happen. But fucking Star Killer's badass, dude. Especially if if the rumors are true and Palpatine's coming back to life. I think the apprentice would want to know this since he killed him in fucking Force Unleashed, and of course he came back, yada yada yada, and all this other shit. So, well, I don't think he killed him. He just fucking kicked his ass. But
You think are they putting Star Killer in the new movies?
no, that's just me wishful thinking. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I know, but that would be badass.
It would, right? Like at least put him in one of the fucking movies, or make a you know how they did with the Godfather game it came out for Xbox, where they like pretty much had a new character, but he was like in different important scenes and shit like that. Like he was the one that saw Luca Brasi get choked out at the fucking inside the
Whoa, 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 whoa! Spoilers.
Whatever, dude. The movie is like fucking 40 years old, right?
Oh, spoilers.
Anyway, your fucking fault. So, and then little things like that. So if they do like something where he was behind the scenes in fucking the whole Star Wars original trilogy, he was there in the Death Star before it got blown up, little shit like that, I'd be like, all right, that's fucking cool, and do a game like that. That's I just fucking wrote Force Unleashed 3 for you fucking people. I don't know if Disney's gonna do it or if Lucas still holds the fucking rights to it, but either way, I fucking wrote that shit for you. Give me money.
Do it.
All
Because he's from the Bronx and he'll fuck your shit up.
I'm from Brooklyn. I just happen to live in the Bronx. Okay. I'm from Brooklyn. Anyway, so anything else, guys?
Yo. What?
Anything?
Nothing for me until the next podcast because I know you're gonna ask me to be on it.
Fuck you. You don't always beg me to fucking get on there.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit. But
you were the one like, oh, please be on my podcast. Everybody wants you. Oh.
Who the fuck said they wanted you?
You?
What?
You. Your words. You said it.
Just want to say
Huh?
that I'm open to any podcast experiences.
Yes. If you guys want the Russian rampage, the ravishing Russian rampage, the man that will one day murder you know who, Sean Nova, yeah, just write in the comments and say, hey, we want more Narcomus. He scares the crap out of us, and I love it because it's a good aphrodisiac because women like to be scared or something, whatever I was told, and I don't really believe. But still, guys, I think that's pretty much it for the extra installment of this podcast. And Dutch, fuck you because you had to leave. And
yeah, bitch.
Yeah. So.
All right, hold on. Before we end this,
what?
Is everybody 100% sure they don't have anything to add?
Misa wants to end this shit right now. That's what I want to do. So
hold on.
Oh my god!
Are you positive there's nothing else you want to add?
I think we're all good.
Okay.
All right.
You're sure?
All right. For Suicide, for Anarchimus, and for yours truly, Sean Nova. Peace.
Goodbye.